Right, so here's my question.
Whoa, notice how fast the judge zeroes in on the money question? This isn't small talk. In courtroom chess, the first move often sets the trap, and right now the judge is baiting the hook. Here's the pivot. If the child's in
Concern, how are you financially supporting yourself?
I get Social Security for my daughter.
Well, I mean, that's support for her specifically. That's not supposed to be for you using.
It covers, like, because we get Section 8 and we get food stamps, and that's how I've been living from her for the past 8 years. Because she is going to be 9.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could everyone please whisper? And I'm sorry, could you speak up?
And she's going to be 9. So I've been a full-time parent since then. I have little jobs here and there, but it's been difficult. And sometimes I can't hold them. I have too many appointments for her.
What appointments do you have for her?
As well.
What appointments do you have for her?
For her, we're supposed to be back on PT, OT. We have physical therapy. I'm supposed to give her a behavioral. I haven't done it because it's just so much. And then plus I've been feeling sick myself when we came last time, I had the mask on my neck still. And I'm supposed to see a doctor coming up this February.
When is she going to school?
school? Why no job? R for that. Minor, rent, gas, Netflix. The judge is basically saying, I'm not letting your kid become your ATM. The rent reveal, $138 a month. The courtroom just heard the math and it's not adding up in her face.
She does go to school.
All right. So why don't you have a job while she's at school?
Because if she gets sick, and especially during this COVID time, I lost a job because of that. I had a job last year and I lost it because we had to stay home for 14 days. She has a real immune system. She's Down syndrome. So
here's the thing. I understand your issues. I understand the situation. I understand that you want to care for your daughter, but I also understand that your sole source of support financially is not supposed to be your daughter's Social Security. You're going to have to get a job. And if you get a job and you lose a job, then you get the job and you lose the job for your daughter. But you need to start working because you're living off of your daughter's income. That's not right.
Favor. This is the kind of detail judges use to dismantle the I can't afford to work defense. And boom, the ultimatum. Get a job or get ready for probation violations and possible jail time. No middle ground. This is a legal cliff edge moment.
That's not intentional either, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to correct that. You're going to have to get a job. And honestly, when you go in for a job interview, you need to inform them up front that my daughter's special needs, I may have to leave sometime. And normally employers will allow that. If you provide proof, you just can't say, well, I'm leaving because of this. I mean, there are plenty of times people in this court have emergencies with their children. And honestly, there are times in this court where the staff will tell me, my child has a soccer game. Can I leave early? I'm like, yes, you can. Go cheer on your child at the long soccer game. Because how long do those games last? Because I think with children now, they do something silly where you have like 4 games in one day or something.
Like tournaments.
Yes. So you got to get employment. You can't just be living off your daughter's Social Security.
It's not a plan that I wanted. It's very difficult. Like, I do it by myself. I don't mean to be upset, but I mean, if she gets sick, I'm able to go get her or be there for her.
Here's the thing. If you're at work and your daughter gets sick, you tell your employer, I've just got a notice, my daughter's sick, I'm going to have to leave. And when you leave to go get your daughter, if they fire you, then who knows? Maybe you can get a civil attorney, maybe not. Maybe the civil attorney will tell you, yeah, you don't have a case. This is Texas. Or maybe they will tell you you do have a case. But if you lose your job, you lose your job. You can't depend on your child's check that's supposed to be for her specifically to financially support you. I mean, you tell me you're on Section 8, which means that the rent or whatever you're paying is much less than other people who are not. Then, so you're using your daughter's income for your housing, you're using her income for food, you're using her income for clothes, you're using her income for gas. If you're putting gas in your vehicle, if you have a vehicle, you're using her income for your car note. If you have a car note, you're using her income for your utilities. She is financially supporting you. And what I can tell you is there was a time, I think it was, I'm aging myself again, I want to say it's Jerry Coogan, who was a child actor in, I don't know, like the 40s or whatever time.
The gloves are off now. The judge's patience is gone, and she's repeating the key. Point for the jury of one, the defendant. That's a ticking clock. Miss it, and the next courtroom she sees will be the one ordering her to jail.
And he ended up broke. And you know why he ended up broke? Because his parents were living off him and he was the sole supporter for his family. Your daughter should not be the sole source of financial support for you. So you're gonna have to get a job, and I'm requiring you to get a job. And if you end up getting fired from that job, then you get fired from that job and you're gonna search for another one, because your sole source of income should not be your daughter. You understand? How old is your daughter? She's 8 years old. And the fact that you're using her money specifically for you to live off on, guess what? It's like your daughter is going to work to support you.
It's not like that, Judge Boyd. I had a job before. I lost a job. I tried to get a job again. Mm-hmm. When you do call centers or try to work from home, I'm trying. I have looked for jobs. I have put Indeed. I put everywhere so I can work from home. What makes you think, I'm sorry, no disrespect, but what makes you think that I want to live off of $800 and something a month when my car note is covering that and my rent? It is exhausting, and trying to be there mentally and physically for my daughter and all her appointments. I have put that on hold, which I'm not supposed to, but with COVID and everything else, and her low immune system has just been a headache for me. I do this alone. I don't ask anybody for help. I don't ask for any extra.
Is her father alive?
No, not alive. He's not around. He said he didn't want a retarded daughter.
All right, so here's the thing, and this is what I try to tell everybody. We choose our partners in life. We decide to have children and we choose the partner that we're going to have a child with, usually, normally. So you chose him. And guess what? I'm not your civil attorney, but you walk straight over to civil court and you file documents to have him put on child support.
And he has not paid.
Well, then you need to go do an enforcement and you need to get an attorney to do that. But I want you to hear me clearly. I understand your issues. I do. But it doesn't change the fact that you are living off of your child. You're living off of her income. You need to get a job. That's the way it's, you got to get a job. That's the way it has to be, because you can't live off your daughter's income. Your daughter, even though she's getting Social Security, it's as though your daughter is working. You are not working. And you're living off of her. You're living off of her. And honestly, you're living off of taxpayers. Because you're in Section 8. How much is your rent?
$138. It's going up.
Okay, so it's $138. How much should it really be, though? I've had people come before me. Their rent is $27 when it really should be $1,500. Everybody else in here, and not everybody, because I don't know everybody's situation, but I know everyone who is in the well of the court, they're not paying $138. I would love to pay $138 for our place. I would be living like a queen, traveling every single day, because it's only $138. So here's the thing. You have got to get a job. End of story. You can't live off your child. And if there's a call center you can work for, then work for it. If you can work at McDonald's, then work at McDonald's. But I am not going to allow you to live off your daughter. And you're here for a driving while intoxicated case that was reduced to a misdemeanor. So the fact that you had alcohol, guess what? Your daughter paid for you to have alcohol. And I know your daughter's not drinking. So you took part of her Social Security money to pay for alcohol.
I didn't pay to use alcohol.
Did somebody buy you that drink?
Yes, ma'am. It was my birthday time.
Who bought you the drink?
My friend Val.
All right. So You're out drinking, enjoying your life. And was your daughter with you when you were drinking?
Yes, ma'am. This is dinner.
So there we are. But you're going to get a job. Everybody in here is required to have employment. You cannot continue to live off your daughter. And you need to stay in touch with probation, because I'm not even asking you to pay your fees. And it shows here that you have a net income of $540. That means that something needs to be cut out. I don't know if it's the cable TV. I don't know if you have cable, but you need to get a job. End of story.
It's my car.
All right, you need to get a job. All right. So she's going to be required to get employment.
And when is my probation end?
You're going to get employment. And here's the thing. If your probation needs to be extended, it will be, but you're getting employment before you leave this court. Part of completing probation successfully is having employment. Now, if you don't want to be on probation, if you want to, you can find someone who you trust to take care of your daughter, and we can send you to the Bexar County Jail. Do your time at the jail, but you will have employment in this court. Otherwise, a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and you could potentially be at the Bexar County Jail for 180 days. It's completely up to you, but I require everyone to have employment. And again, she's not to have employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And I'm going to want an update on her employment.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Sure.
I just don't want you to think like I'm using my daughter. That's not what it is. I was employed. I haven't been employed since last year, and I haven't found a job. I have been looking, and
well, if you have not been employed since last year, what month last year? When's the last time you? February.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means that you were not employed March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You have not been working for 10 months. So you've been living off your daughter for 10 months, and I'm not going to continue to allow it. You're getting a job.
And with all respect, yes, ma'am, I understand that. But I don't feel like, hey, I'm using my daughter. Or
you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're living off of your daughter. I don't know what you don't understand about that. Your rent, your daughter is paying your rent. You're not. Your utilities, your daughter is paying your utilities. The gas, you're not providing for her. The government is providing for her through her SSI.
I am her caretaker. I take care of her.
You're not doing a good job because you are living off of her.
How am I not doing a good job?
You're living off your daughter financially. Here's the thing. If SSI were not to give your daughter any money, if you didn't have your daughter, you would not be getting Section 8 housing. You would not be living at the place you're living for $138. And it's probably, how many bedrooms is it?
It's 2.
It's 2 bedrooms. How many bathrooms is it?
2.
All right. It's 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. I can tell you right now, I know without even looking at your place, that place is more than $138. And the reason why you're getting it for $138 is because of your daughter. So the taxpayers are picking up the tab on what you really should be paying for that. So you can thank your daughter for that. The utilities, if you have to pay utilities, your daughter is paying that, not you. The gas you put in your car, your daughter is paying that, not you. The groceries on your table, you say you get food stamps, the taxpayers are paying that. And anything extra that's not covered for food stamps, your daughter is paying that. So yes, you are living off of your daughter. You're not bringing anything financially to the table. And I'm going to say it for the last time. You are getting employment. You will have employment by February 2nd. If you do not, a motion to revoke will be filed, and you could be looking at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Thank you.